My table saw is one of my most versatile tools. I use it all the time for everything. It's been cutting poorly lately, and by poorly I mean burning everything, because it's got a build-up of pitch, I think it's called pitch. Burnt old wood. I thought I'd share with you how I'm going to clean it. I've got flathead screwdriver, and I did do a short about this if the blade's stuck. Mine shouldn't be stuck now. Anyway, flathead screwdriver. I've got a little channel here I can push this into to lift up the cover plate. Then we're going to raise the blade fully. I will point out the machine is unplugged at the moment. That raises beautifully. I've just put some oil in the mechanism and look how smooth that is. My table saw came with a spanner that was just attached on the bottom side down there. If the blade is stuck. Really? No, dude? That's going to go on for some time. You don't hear me turning power tools on Sunday. So what you should be able to do is pull this lever up. If it doesn't come up all the way, just turn the blade and keep turning it until it comes up all the way. You should feel that the blade becomes stuck and won't turn any further. Keep hold of this lever. Get your spanner on there. I've just put the wrong side on. Get your spanner nice onto there and pull the spanner towards you. And that should release this nut. Put your finger on the end of the threads as you unscrew the nut so you don't drop it. There's the nut. And take off this little guy here. I think this can be used in any direction. It seems to be identical, but it may be worth just taking note of which way you took this off on so you can put it back on the same way. And the blade should come free. I have a bowl of clean water here. It's just warm water with detergent in. Sorry, not, well, dish soap, whatever you want to call it. And I wish I had a bigger bowl. I do have a bucket in here somewhere. I'm just going to spin that just to get a little bit coated with soap on all the edges, or better yet, there we go. And this is a fairly thick bristled brush. There are multiple ways you could do this. You could soak it. The goal is to get all of the little bits of residue off the blade. I'm not doing this as well as I probably should. Oh, I have a toothbrush in here actually. I'm going to use that in a minute. Not because my wife kicked me out or anything. It's just I brought it in here for this task. I don't want it to rust, so I'm just making sure I dry it off properly. I'd say that's a pretty good job. It looks so much better than it did before. Yeah, all of the teeth here, they were really dark, and now I can see them brightened up. I didn't get all of the pitch because I think I should have soaked it off each of the teeth. I probably could have done a slightly better job there, but I'm happy with what I've done. And I can only have done some good there. I'm going to show you this because I have done this before and fallen foul to it. There is a very small lip on there. The blade must sit on top of that lip. If it doesn't, it'll be offset and it could be incredibly dangerous. So the blade, teeth facing towards, back on top of the threads, and you find that little lip and you make sure it's secure on there. remember this piece, whatever it's called, that goes on first. And that'll only go on in a certain orientation, so you need to twist it until you find that orientation. And then the nuts on the edge. Okay, and then we're going to engage the lock again on the other side. And I never know how tight these should be. I always feel like I want it to be more tight than less tight. Who wants a blade spinning at thousands of RPM thrown at you, right? Put your cover plate back on. And just turn it on for a second and let it spin. Just make sure that it's not wobbly or it doesn't throw itself anywhere. Okay, and then I'm going to perform a test cut. Now, I learnt the other day, I've been cutting plywood and I've only been having the teeth protruding ever so slightly above the material. Apparently, you actually want it a bit more, and I can't remember the reason. You want the angle of the blade to be coming down on the piece of wood. Also, if it's too low, apparently it can lift it up. And I'd like my gloves. Not that these are going to offer any protection if that thing tries to chop my finger off. I think that the cleaning's definitely done some good there. It's still a little burnt. You see the other side there? It's not as burnt as the other side, which you can see had all the tooth marks on it as well. I don't know, maybe I need to soak it longer, but the cut itself's quite clean. Let's do one more cut on a smaller piece. This is the side that I cut. It's quite clean on this side, and again, it's another clean cut. Little bit of burn, very slight bit. I mean, I'd love to know if others are experiencing this. Maybe I'll watch some YouTube videos and see if other people have this amount of burn. It was a cheap blade to begin with, and my negligence probably didn't help, or cutting potatoes with it, but that's good enough for me. I'm quite happy with that. I think I've definitely done some good by cleaning it.